Pinocchio's nose grows again. Pinocchio saw a small house and an old man in front of it. "Tell me, good man, do you know anything about the poor boy that another boy hit and who fell down?" asked Pinocchio. "A fisherman brought him to the house." "And now?" answered the man. "And now is he dead?" "No, he is alive. He went home." Pinocchio was so happy that he began to jump and dance. Then he asked the old man, "Do you know who hit the boy?" "One of his schoolmates, Pinocchio." "And who is this Pinocchio?" asked the puppet. "He is a bad boy. Do you know him?" "A little," answered the puppet. "And what do you think of him?" asked the old man. "I think that he is a very good boy. He wants to learn. He listens to his father." When the puppet told all these lies, his nose began to grow. Then he cried, "Good man, I told you a lie. I know Pinocchio very well. He is a very bad boy. He is lazy. He doesn't listen to anybody. He doesn't go to school. He goes away with his schoolmates and plays." At that moment his nose became the same as it was before. "Now I'll go to my good little fairy," he thought.
Pinocchio goes back to the fairy's house. Pinocchio came to the fairy's house and knocked at the door. He waited and waited. At last a window opened, and Pinocchio saw a big snail. She said to him, "Who is there at this late hour?" "Is the fairy at home?" asked the puppet. "The fairy is asleep." "But who are you?" "Pinocchio." "And who is Pinocchio?" "The puppet who lives in the fairy's house." "Oh," said the snail. "Wait for me there. I shall come down and open the door. Be quick, I am very cold." "My boy, I am a snail, and snails can't be quick." The night was very bad. It rained cats and dogs. Poor Pinocchio was very cold and wet. He waited an hour for the snail, then 2 hours. He waited all night. Only in the morning the snail opened the door. "The fairy is asleep," she said. "I am so hungry," cried Pinocchio. "Bring me something to eat." "At once," said the snail. Pinocchio waited 3 hours for the snail. At last she came back with a gold plate on her head. There was bread and chicken and 4 apples on the plate. "This is your breakfast," she said. The puppet was very glad to see these good things. He began to eat. Suddenly, the fairy came into the room. "You were a bad boy again," the fairy said. "But I think it will be the last time." "I am very sorry," said Pinocchio. "I'll be a good boy, and I'll learn well." The fairy was very glad. At the end of the year, she said to Pinocchio, "Tomorrow you won't be a wooden puppet. You will be a boy. Tell your schoolmates to come here tomorrow. They will have breakfast in our house. I'll make 200 cups of milk. I'll buy 100 cakes and 500 sweets. We'll sing, dance, and play." Pinocchio was very happy, but there is always a but. Then the fairy said to Pinocchio, "Now go and ask your schoolmates to come for breakfast tomorrow. Come back home at once." "I'll be back very soon," answered the puppet. Pinocchio said goodbye to his good fairy and went out of the house. When Pinocchio's friends heard about the cakes and sweets, they all said, "We'll come tomorrow. Thank you very much."